Hey everybody, my name is Chris Raycamp. I'm here with Nick Love, co-founder of Love LifeSciences. We do at the Technology Venture Studio at the UMKC Innovation Center snapshots and showcases of founders in the Kansas City ecosystem, and excited to talk with you today, Nick. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So tell us about Love LifeSciences and what you do.
Yeah, so Love Life Sciences is developing a platform of injection devices to really improve the patient experience for injectable therapeutics. So when patients think of things like epinephrine or EpiPen, Humira, all of these products generally have an auto injector with them. And we found that auto injectors can be incredibly painful for patients, and patients also don't appreciate a normal syringe as well. So there's kind of this problem where we have to take these medications because they're life-saving and life-prolonging, but we don't know the best way to do this. And so what Love Life Sciences has done is we've kind of taken this hybrid approach to where we've stripped away those pain points of auto injectors and integrated the cost effectiveness and the control that syringes allow patients to have. And in doing so, we've come up with our platform of injection devices, UniPen, and then our multi-dose device, MultiPen as well.
Awesome. Where are you in the process of developing those products now?
Yeah, so UniPen right now, we are actually scaling our manufacturing processes. We're getting our first articles at the end of this week. We'll begin actually testing these through the FDA process through a 510(k) pathway to get these things to market. So we're actually shooting for submission of our 510(k) application by December, and it's up to the FDA to really get us that clearance in a timely manner to get our devices really to market and get them to patients. With multi-pin or multi-dose device, we're in the R&D phases. In fact, we actually have a couple other products alongside multi-pin that we're kind of working up as well. And so potentially those two other products might get to market even before multi-pin does. So it's really going to be a what comes first kind of process there.
Very cool. Talk more about the kind of from the consumer perspective. How does this change the experience of, an individual in a specific context, diabetes, or, who's having to use a syringe right now or the alternative, and how does their experience change with this product?
Yeah, so to kind of give you some rough numbers here, when an injectable therapeutic is launched, about 50% of those drugs are launched in a syringe without an auto injector, where the other half generally get launched in an auto injector or a competitive injection device. And so these are products that are generally frequently administered. They're being administered at home by patients. So insulin pens are a big one. Products like Stelara, Humira, injectables for multiple sclerosis are another big one. Injectable blood thinners. There's a tremendous amount of these drugs. It's projected to be a $1.35 trillion market in 2028, massive. And so what this problem is I have an example of UniPen right here, right? So with auto injectors, the needle is inserted automatically, which can cause bruising at the injection site and cause a pretty tremendous amount of pain for patients. A lot of anxiety too, because they're not sure when that exact step's going to happen and when that needle is going to be inserted. And then the medication is automatically ejected from that device as well, which can be pretty rapid and again painful. It kind of forms a bubble underneath the skin that can stretch the skin out and cause pain. And so, when a lot of us, they go to the doctor maybe once a year or twice a year to get a checkup and a vaccine, that's not a problem necessarily. It's kind of an inconvenience. But for patients that are doing this multiple times a week, multiple times a day, that's a huge burden to overcome. And so what we've done is we've kind of given patients the control over this process. And so an example of UniPen here, the patients would receive the device with the therapeutic already inside with therapeutic branding around this device. They would pop off this cap right here. At the bottom, you have our needle shield. And so in this needle shield, we have these pressure ridges at the bottom, which you probably can't see through the camera here. But these help kind of prime the skin around the injection site. Think about laying on a bed of nails. So when you lay on a bed of nails, you don't feel one individual nail. That pressure is distributed. And so that's what these pressure ridges are doing, is they're kind of distributing that pressure around the injection site. So there's ultimately less pain associated with that process. So when the patient is ready, what they will do is they will insert the needle at their preferred rate, pressing down on the needle shield there. They will then pull this plunger here. which will administer the medication at their preferred rate as well. Once the injection is complete, they'll lift off from the bottom of the device, and then the needle shield will actually lock into place so that you can't reuse that needle or reaccess that needle. And it helps prevent needle stick injuries, both for the patient or for the care provider that might be administering that injection for them.
That's fantastic. And hopefully super impactful. So I'm excited to kind of watch your all's progress. Nick, talk a little bit about building a company here in the Kansas City region.
Yeah, so building a company has been an experience I have never gotten any experience doing except for actually building the business. I went and got an MBA, and it still didn't prepare you for the ups and downs that come with building a startup company. And so Kansas City is doing a tremendous amount of work. The state of Kansas and the state of Missouri both are doing tremendous things to help support these companies. So some of the things like UMKC has been putting on phenomenal programming to assist us in writing an SBIR grant, for instance, or the Department of Commerce has provided grants and opportunities to receive funding, and those kind of get you to dip your toes in the water. We've received digital sandbox funding, and that was the first time we had built a pitch deck, a slide deck for our company. And so you get to walk through this process of building a slide deck and pitching it and presenting it to these leaders in investment and angel investing and venture capital in the city here, and get genuine feedback on your company and on your business. And so the state and the city is really kind of priming these startups to take that next step from just an idea to an actual startup company. Digital Sandbox, the Department of Commerce Kite Grant have been phenomenal because they gave us that initial amount of funding to acquire 3D printers and do our initial testing and device development. But as we began to grow, we raised $124,000 on WeFunder, which a large portion of that came from the Kansas City community, from patients that have experienced problems with injections, physicians that work at the local hospitals, and then people that see this in their family members at home as well. And so the community just has been phenomenally supportive in us developing this company overall.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm proud to be part of the Kansas City ecosystem and to work with founders like yourself and watch these businesses grow. So tell everybody what's next for Love Life Sciences. When can we expect these devices to be on the market? And
Yeah. So Unipen, we're looking to have FDA submission by the end of the year. Depending on the FDA's timeline, generally 2-3 months is what they like to claim. We should have a market cleared device. And so by then we should be integrating with therapeutics and really getting our device in a position where patients can start using our single-use device. We have a version 2 of Unipen hot on the tails. We're actually prepping our FDA materials so that secondary device can come out pretty quickly and provide an opportunity for pharma to integrate different types of devices to impact patients as well. And then multi-pin, we're still in the works on that. We're projecting market integration likely in 2026. And so that's where we're at the moment, but we have gotten tremendous support, and we're doing some incredible things right now behind the scenes.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited to see what's next, and grateful to have you in the community. Appreciate your time today, Nick, and have a great rest of your week. Folks, thanks for taking time to sit with us a little bit today at the Tech Venture Studio and learn more about Nick Love and Love Life Sciences.
Thank you for your time, Chris. I appreciate it.